roles of Tableau and Python and other BI tools and technologies in this. It will also focus on the modern data stack and learn how these tools and technologies are driving innovation into the future. So if I go to my next slide, this is a little bit about myself. I've done my education from CBIT in Hyderabad. I've done my bachelor's there, and I'm originally from Hyderabad, and currently I'm in Melbourne, Australia. I've done my master's in data science here in Melbourne. I moved to Australia in 2017 and been here since then. It's been a long journey. And this is my experience. This is my LinkedIn profile if anyone wants to scan and connect. I'm not really sure if you'll be given the slides, but if you're given, happy to connect and have a chat. But this is my experience, and now I've started my career. So I've started my career at Tableau, where I worked as a Tableau success engineer. Worked there for like 2.5, 3 years. Then I moved over to News Corp Australia, where I worked as a senior data consultant for about an year. And now currently working for a startup company here in Australia. It's called Key Data Consulting, and I work there as a senior data science consultant. And there's a few certifications that I've done, very closely related to data, except the Oracle certification I've got. I'm certified in Snowflake, Tableau, AWS, and Azure, and anything to do with data and in and around that space. That's a little introduction about me. Getting to the topic, in terms of data analytics or anything to do with data, basically, there's a lot of you know trends and different paths that you can take in data. So it's not specific to just one path that you want to choose. So that's the beauty about data, I think. And I've been very passionate about data all my career, and since I've started my learning and did my masters. So the more you learn, I think the more you see that there's so many things in it. Regardless of the other technologies and tools which are equally important, data is also equally important for any business. And I don't think any business can survive without data at this point if they wanna, see their future and grow with their organization. So in terms of just broadly speaking, we have data analytics, we have things called data engineering, where you do more data engineering side, as in with more Python, with more development, more pipelines to get the data into a shape and form, which is used by then BI tools, which is where mostly data analytics and data analysts play an important part in terms of analyzing the data. And then you also have a career in data visualizations and stuff, which can be a career of itself, or it can be a subset of data analytics. And that has been a part of my career as well, where I do a little bit of data engineering, a bit of data analytics, bit of visualization. So it can span across multiple things, or you could choose a specific career for it. But we'll be talking in general about just data analytics and how different things are in and around data analytics, because otherwise it can get too broad. So the evolving data landscape, I wanted to touch base on a few things. Again, there's a lot of things if I have to cover, but I'll be focusing on cloud computing and just the resources behind data analytics and the BI tools. So cloud computing is has been around for a long time, as we all know, and it has evolved a lot over a period of time. There's been big companies like AWS and Azure and Google that are obviously leaders in it, but there's a lot of small different cloud companies that offer different resources. And there have been particular niche cloud computing technologies just for the purpose of data analytics as well, focusing on solving a smaller use case but still efficient. And we'll cover that in the next slides. So cloud computing, as we all know, is scalable storage solutions that are transforming data accessibility as we go on further about implementing more and more data and different types of data and stuff like that. Then there's data lakes, which has been a concept again in and around quite some time, but then it's been evolving very fast and quickly, and it has been actually a game changer for a few companies where they have implemented data lakes along with other technologies, and they are big products like, for example, Databricks and stuff. So data lakes is in general is just a centralized repository for structured and unstructured data, if I have to talk in simple words, but we'll explore a little further in the next slides. So when I talk about analytics and when I was talking about cloud platforms, I wanted to put them together to show how they work in real time. So real time analytics is a big thing now, and is being very important to organizations, because normally just analytics on historical data is one thing that the organizations are after, but also real time analytics is a thing that is actually picking up a lot of trend these days, because of because people really want analytics and dashboards to work on their live data as much as they can, to take decisions on the spot and stuff like that. So cloud platforms are a big player in that space in real time analytics, because they offer the flexibility, performance, and clusters and whatnot to offer that capability for the streaming analytics. And it has again improved over time with different technologies coming into place. So organizations are again shifting from batch processing to real-time insights. So they have a very clear every day, every minute, every hour sort of an insights into how their business has been performing, and they kind of make their decisions on real-time insights, much more than batch processing, to be honest. Like, a few organizations have a lot of focus on the real-time insights these days. So the challenge is again in terms of data processing. If it's a big company, big organization, lot of data coming in every second, then it gets very difficult in getting the infrastructure ready for the real-time insights. So again, cloud platforms have been major players. There's no 100% solution still. There's a lot of challenges. There's a lot of things that need to be taken care of, but most of them have been doing a great job, and it does enable us to get those real-time insights into place. And it enables immediate business decisions, like I was saying, based on the current data that they have, and it's very it's very close to the time that you check the dashboards and stuff, so you can make real-time decisions, and usually they turn out to be better in terms of few use cases. And multi-cloud strategies are also becoming standard. So it was just cloud in general that people were focusing on before. Now it's multi-cloud strategy. So you can have multiple cloud providers, multiple organizations with different cloud capabilities and platforms that you could use for your data, and you could split them across based on the usage, based on what you're trying to achieve, and taking advantage of those capabilities for that individual platform. And there's different tools for consistent governance that you can put up across multiple clouds. That way you don't worry about the data governance and security and all these privacy issues that usually comes and that has to be addressed with the cloud platforms and cloud storage. And it also reduces the vendor lock-in concerns and stuff like that when you use multi-cloud strategy. So you're not stick to one thing. Yeah, you can always change, and you can migrate easily if you have multi-cloud strategies for your different data departments or whatever type of data you have across split across platforms. And then the serverless analytics, even this space has been expanding a lot. So it's pay only for what you use models, which reduces your operational costs, of course. So you only pay for what you have been using, how much you have stored, things like that. This again different tools and technologies for different use cases that are in the market, and they all are based on this pay only for what you use sort of model that kind of drags everyone's attention, and is good for both customer and also the cloud provider, because they can sell it more than a fixed cost model. And then there is additional advantage of it that eliminates the infrastructure management overhead. Everyone is moving towards cloud. So if I again take an example of Tableau, for example, which is a PI tool, they had an offering called Tableau Server, which was very popular, and it is an on-premise deployment where you have to manage your cloud infrastructure and do all your management, and it involves a lot of overhead. But when it comes down to serverless analytics, so you don't have to manage your own thing for your own infrastructure, then it's all on the cloud. You just do your stuff and you focus more on the analytics and how you kind of make the sharing better and different sorts of things instead of worrying about the platform itself. So it also scales automatically with data volume and processing needs and stuff like that. And this again, a lot of advancement coming in those serverless space. That's that slide. The next one is I wanted to just talk about what are the key differentiators between all these big cloud companies that we have, at least the big ones that we know of. AWS is one of them. Microsoft Azure is another one of them. There is Google. There is Snowflake. So these are, top ones that at least I use in my organization and in the consulting space with most of the clients. There's obviously a lot of smaller ones as well, but there are some key differentiators in this. So basically, AWS Kinesis is the AWS offering for streaming. There is Azure Stream Analytics for Microsoft, and Google Dataflow is a comparable service in Google, and then there is Snowflake Streaming. So Snowflake is pretty new in the space. Again, there's a few nice technologies and things that they are doing, but it's Snowflake is a kind of gray space in terms of streaming analytics, but AWS and Azure has been great with all the streaming analytics and different platforms and tools that it provides. So you can check out this table maybe later, but I just wanted to highlight a few things with the latency where AWS and Google is basically sub-seconds, 1 to 3 seconds is what it takes for Azure, and it's almost real time with Snowflake streaming. So it's very good with latency. There's a few things that is better and a few other things. So basically, with the technology and because machine learning has been a very important factor these days with every cloud provider, so their integration with ML is very important. And SageMaker is an AWS one that it uses. For Azure, it's Azure ML, and for Google Dataflow, it's Vertex AI. But for Snowflake, it is integration via Snowpark. So they've been doing a few advancements in this space with ML, which are pretty nice, but some of them are in beta versions and stuff. So they'll get something very nice pretty soon. And a lot of clients here in Australia at least use Snowflake. So I think it will be pretty good if they improve that integration with ML with all their different ML technologies and AI technologies that they're trying to get. Um, Most of them are SQL, like for example, Google and Snowflake and Azure. They all work on SQL queries, native SQL queries for the SQL support. For AWS, it's Kinesis Analytics. That's pretty much it. And in terms of a smaller scale real-time analytics database that you need, I came across this at a data engineering conference here in Australia. It's called ClickHouse. It's a pretty good one, so you can give it a try. It's open source as well, so you can see here the download open source button, so you can try it out. There's a few nice certifications that they have too. This is going pretty good in US. So they were trying to promote their product here in Australia, which is where I came across them. So you can start a free cloud trial, or you can download an open source and run it for free, basically with the core technology. If you want the cloud, then there's a pricing for that. But it's pretty good with faster queries, and it is very less in terms of costing when you compare it to other platforms and stuff. Again, this is just a comparison between ClickHouse and the other ones in terms of query speed. So for ClickHouse, the query speed for large data sets was exceptional. So like it was crazy fast. So they did give a demo last time, and it was really like game changing in terms of the larger data sets and reading those with the query. It was very fast, which is much faster than all these big cloud databases and technologies that are there in the market. So that's why I just wanted to highlight this. And because it's an open source platform, you can try it out and use it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything else is close enough comparable. But yeah, there's a few standout features for ClickHouse that you can try it out. That's that. And then coming to data lakes. So the foundation of modern data analytics is again data lakes, like I was saying. So it's been evolving over time. So it has evolved from simple just storage repositories, that was the concept, to sophisticated analytics engines that serve as the backbone of most of the cloud-based data ecosystems. So these are the key evaluation points basically. So it shifted from storage first to compute optimized. That makes it more performant and stuff like that, and it enables cost effective scalability and things like that. So it has changed its the model from basically storage to compute oriented. Then it has enhanced governance capabilities, so metadata management, data catalogs, and automatic lineage tracking in between your models, in between your tables. Has been pretty great in terms of governance with data lake. Then there is format standardization, so adoption of open table formats like Delta Lake and Apache Iceberg. They enable as ACID transactions, as we know from the database, and it also enables us to do time travel capability. So recover your data in case it's lost and things like that. So it is helping with that format standardization as well. Then there is multimodal processing, which is support for batch streaming and interactive queries within the same architecture. Which is again pretty awesome because you can cater to all of your organization needs with the data, like whether it be batch or streaming analytics and stuff. And then there is AI ready infrastructure. So again, a lot of dependency on AI, and it is the future. So integration with AI ML is pretty much everyone's concern and everyone's go-to in terms of analytics for the coming years. So it is also available with the native integration that we have, and you can do it directly on the data lake. The business impact would be organizations who are leveraging modern data lake technologies. They report 45% faster time to insight and 30% reduction in total cost of ownership. So it also saves time and it is much more performant. So there is no reason for you to not adapt to a data lake instead of the traditional data warehousing approaches. And in the next slide, we'll compare the lake house and the warehouse and the basic differences between them. So Lakehouse is, all of your data, whether it again be batch streaming from different types of data sources, you extract and load and then transform it in the Lakehouse. You use all these formats like I was talking about, Delta Lake or Apache Iceberg and things like that. And then you serve it to your visualization or reporting layer where you do analytics and your other insight generation. For a warehouse, it's typically a format in which you first get your data into staging, then you do your ETL, you copy your data to a warehouse, then you create data marts out of it, and then you serve it to your visualization layer. So so it simplifies the process in terms of a lake house, and also is much more efficient and cost effective. So again, like I was saying, um, there is no reason why you would not go for a lake house instead of a warehouse these days. Warehouse has been most of our clients still use warehouses and stuff, but we constantly work towards migrating from a warehouse to a lake house these days, and it definitely does help for the clients who have again a lot of data loads and a lot of data to process on a daily basis. Um, so that's pretty much it, what I have written on the right side in terms of the explanation, because the traditional warehouse, like I said, involves multiple ETL processes and leading to multiple copies of data. There's data duplication. The lakehouse approach integrates data lakes and warehouses together. So it allows direct data extraction and transformation without creating multiple copies. So you don't have data silos. It's more unified approach when compared to the warehouse approach. And then there is Iceberg integration, which in which the lakehouse utilizes Apache Iceberg for optimized data storage and transformation, improving both performance and analytics. And it's a simplified data flow. Like I said, you don't have multiple steps to worry about. Then acting on the insights. So basically, this is where the visualization layer comes into picture. So there is data streaming. So the continuous flow of data is what is happening, and then you have to immediately process it. That's where again the capabilities come across on the BI tools as well. There's been a lot of BI tools in the market, and some of them again have some advantage over the others. My career has been always around in and around Tableau. So whatever I've learned is mostly Tableau focused. So I might have a soft corner and I might rely more on Tableau than other ones, but definitely the other ones have got a few great potential as well, like Power BI and stuff. Um, so instant dashboards and then also like proactive alerts is something that you look forward to as a business. Because most of the immediate processing and data streaming that you do is for instant dashboards and instant alerting and stuff. So data visualization and storytelling on the same topic of reporting and making insights on your data that has been processed from your lakehouse or your warehouse is the next topic. So it helps you make obviously data understandable. So you have the interactive dashboards that creates user and experience to deep dive and understand and answer difficult questions, which is which is where BI tools and all these modern technologies come into picture. The narrative visuals where you present a story and you transform your data with a story so that it makes sense and convey the full meaning. And there is clear infographics where you try to simplify the complexity and just highlight the key insights so that higher ups like management and senior management can just have a look at those top level dashboards and basically answer their questions. Um, Then the leading BI platforms basically that are transforming data communication is like I was talking about Tableau, Power BI, Looker, ThoughtSpot, ClickSense. So these are again the most known ones, as we all know. But there are a lot of smaller scale tools and technologies which are still in the market. There's jobs for it and stuff, but these are the major ones, and they have a lot of scope in the market, and they've been industry leaders in their own space. So Tableau is an industry leader in intuitive visualization with extensive chart types. It has integrated a lot of natural language capabilities recently. So there's been a lot of development in the AI space and stuff. Even in the BI side, there's again different uh, technologies in it. Gen AI has been one of the most recent advancements in Tableau, and it has been I think great in terms of organizational usage. So Power BI is also very strong with strong Microsoft product integrations, and you believe it or not, but still a lot of organizations have a lot of their data and important data in Excel files, in SharePoint and every other spreadsheet sort of data source. So like Microsoft does a great job with integrating all of those very easily, and because of things like Fabric and stuff, where it integrates all of its tools and platforms together to create one strong ecosystem, has been I think a game changer for Power BI in terms of business intelligence, and also helps you with enterprise governance and keeping all data together in the Microsoft platform. Google Cloud's platform has been great too as a platform, but I haven't seen a lot of clients using Looker, especially here in Australia. I think it's been used decent amount in India and other places, but I've worked with it, but didn't find it very intuitive and easy to use and things like that. But by and every organization has its own usage, and some might prefer Looker, and I think the price is much cheaper than Tableau or Power BI to compare. So that's that. ThoughtSpot and ClickSense have been new ones that has been gaining some importance, and they have their own, little niche use cases, and also like search-driven analytics platform is something that they were trying to get into. So those platforms also are something to explore and give it a try. Um, then there is Tableau Pulse, which is something I wanted to talk about because the more focus is on AI and machine learning, like I said. So Gen AI is what Tableau Pulse uses. There is a link in it, so you can basically visit that and you can get more information on Tableau Pulse. So it is only a cloud-based offering. So, like I was saying, they're promoting a lot of cloud infrastructure rather than on-premise. So it's only a cloud offering. You can do it on your Tableau server sort of thing. So on-premise is out of question for Pulse. So if you want to try it out, you have to be on the cloud. Um, but yeah, it helps with automated insight generation. It continuously monitors your data for any significant changes, anomalies, and trends. It helps you with alerting if any anomalies is something that it sees. It also can do a lot of predictive modeling and stuff where it can predict and forecast your trends across contributing factors and stuff. So it also helps you to plan your next steps based on what it tries to predict. And then personalized data stories are something uh, where it's also focused a lot in most recent releases. So it tailors insights to like different user roles and different interaction patterns you have had with the data. So if you are interested in a particular metric or something, and you're trying to track it over a period of time, and you are trying to get an insight out of it, it remembers all those you know all those interactions that you had with that type of data and that type of data source, and it personalizes a data story only for your user role. So you log in, you see a different personalized data story when compared to someone else. So it's been pretty good. It's been evolving again, so there's a lot to learn about, I think. So keep an eye on this if you are in the BI space and if you are involved with Tableau, I would say. um, Business impact for AI enhanced visualization. So Tableau Pulse is basically just looking at the insights, generating anomalies, but you still have to create obviously your dashboards based on your data that's coming from your lakehouse or warehouse from wherever. So you still need those dashboards where you create interactive visualizations and help users, get deep dive into those and have dashboards that talk about your data and give insights. This is more towards having a continuous monitor, forecasting trends that you usually miss out and things like that. So it's a enhanced AI capability of Tableau to predict and look at different natural language and natural language querying and different insight generations. So the business impact of AI enhanced visualizations are, you discover 64% faster insight discovery when compared to traditional dashboarding. So, like I said, it doesn't replace traditional dashboarding. That's meant for a different purpose. But if you're trying to do any insight discovery in real time or on changing data and stuff like that, obviously you miss out because you can't keep a track of it. But it's much more faster when AI is constantly monitoring your data. And it also has a lot of higher adoption rates for your dashboard across organizations because it's more intelligent and faster and stuff like that. And also obviously comes with an increase in data driven decisions and faster decisions among non-technical users and business users. Next is Python and importance of Python in advanced analytics and automation. So whenever analytics come, I think Python has to make its way. Every other dashboard or data engineering work I do is involved with Python or SQL. There's few technologies again which are SQL focused, and they just depend on SQL, but they have identified the need for Python as well alongside SQL, and they have been integrating those as well as a part of their tools and technologies. I'm talking about examples like DBT, which is used for data engineering. They had SQL because SQL was very intuitive, and every data analytics person needs to know SQL to get their data transformed and cleaned up. But alongside, they have been focusing much more on Python models and different other things with Python, because again, the power of Python is pretty decent, and it has a lot of libraries and stuff that helps you avoid a long piece of code and makes it more performant and just easy to write, and can do different things with all the versatility it has. And then automation is something that Python can really take over, and you can do a lot of repetitive tasks with Python. If you use again all the coding and different principles with Python, you can automate a lot of repetitive things and make your data transformation journey much more easier and less complicated. Then also you can use it for visualization as well. If there's not a lot of visualization that you do with your data, Python is decent enough to handle most of the basic stuff, even advanced stuff, but it gets very tricky when it comes to a lot of minor small tweaks and visualization capabilities that organizations are after. So not much into visualization, but definitely data engineering, versatility, cleanup, transformation, automation. Python is the way to go. I wanted to add a few resources for these ones. So I've added a few. Those interest me, and they have a few good things in these. So for your maths and stats, you can check those. For your algorithms and data structures, you can check those links out. There's a few for data science I've added. Kaggle is a good place to learn, both in terms of just the concepts and things that you can get there, also to get free data sets and work on it, and you can make your BI dashboards. If for someone who doesn't know already, Tableau has their public profile, so it's an open version of Tableau server, let's say, where you can share your visualizations for free. I think there is a limit on how many you can upload. I'm not really sure, but you can upload quite a few, so you can learn your concepts, do some learning, work on your sample data sets, whatever from Kaggle, for example, and then just publish those dashboards over there to show your work. It does play a big role if you're trying to kind of showcase your profile and want to show your work. So it definitely helps. So there's a lot of things over there. So you can check it out for different data science, Python, and maths and statistics, because maths and statistics are, again, I think, a base for data analytics, and knowing knowing maths and statistics is like a core, and it's really important if you want to target anything in data analytics, and more importantly, if you're trying to do anything into predictive analytics, doing data scientist, targeting data scientist roles, and things like that, which have a great potential. And then finally, AI and machine learning is the new frontier, I think, in analytics. Everyone knows how quick it's being adapted with ChatGPT, Claude, this different AI engines that do different sorts of things. This AI in changing images to videos, text to videos, text to images, and everything is again in and around the data. So you have to understand data analytics, ML. So this stepwise journey towards getting towards AI. You can't, I think, in my knowledge and in my understanding, you can't directly get to AI without knowing these stuff. So you have to start somewhere, and AI and data and AI is just a space which is going to grow massively, I think, in the future. So it is somewhere that I really look forward to see a lot of people making their career in, and definitely some of the jobs will just be taken over, but there's going to be new jobs created in these kind of domains. So I would focus and learn more into AI. So automated insights is something which I talked about as a part of business intelligence, as a part of Tableau's capabilities, which are new. So there's a lot of, again, technologies like RAGs and stuff that are being used to generate a lot of AI backend and stuff like that. Then there is predictive modeling, where ML models forecast future trends based on historical data. So from manual analysis to intelligent automation, you have to get AI powered data exploration into the picture. Systems now autonomously identify patterns, correlations, different anomalies without human guidance. So it obviously has a part where it gets to the business. Someone gives a heads up that, yes, this insight looks all right. I definitely see a pattern here. That correlation is correct, or this is definitely an anomaly and stuff, but it does the first step for you, where it identifies and presents you with a few patterns, which you can then approve or reject, and things like that. So it will be used in data exploration much more higher than now. So it is going to be a part of all these BI tools and different other tools and technologies that's going to come in. Then natural language generation has been there for a quite long time now. Natural language has been creating, a lot of demand and things like that, and again serves the basis for all AI and stuff like that. Then there is insight prioritization, where ML algorithms rank discoveries by business impact, not just the statistical significance. So it has always, data science has always been about just predictions, R square values and whatnot. But now I think it's been changing slowly towards more business impact, understanding the human aspect of it, or organizational value of it, instead of just the statistical significance and number significance. Then there is continuous intelligence, where real-time systems analyze all the streaming data, like we just talked about in the initial slides, and generating insights without even human intervention and stuff like that. So all these technologies hold a lot of potential going forward. And industry impact will be there to decrease or reduce the analysis time by at least 80%, and discovering more, 35% more actionable opportunities. In terms of predicting, future data, or based on your historical data, there's different types of learning and adoptions that are happening. There's always these pre-trained models now that exist in all these cloud platforms. You don't have to sit and write your code for your model, and train it and stuff. It's already pre-trained models that you can straight away use, and reduce your development time from months to days, and instead focus on more predictive capabilities for making it more useful for your organizational space, than training or working on working on ML model development and stuff like that. Automated model selection is again a good space, where AI systems can autonomously test hundreds of model combinations across your data to find the optimal model that is relevant for your business. And again, it can save a lot of time and energy into development. So, but a case study for this that I was thinking about was retail organizations could be using advanced predictive modeling, and all the reporting and analytics that might help them with 42% improvement in inventory management accuracy and things like that. Because still retail has been back and behind in terms of adopting to all these AI and ML based approaches. They've been working hard, at least here in Australia. This this big retail chain that works on all these data analytics and stuff, but they are still far away from adopting any of the machine learning and stuff like that, which in which they kind of face difficulties in their inventory management. They don't predict patterns and things appropriately to understand and stock up enough, and kind of get a business impact when it comes down to demand versus supply. So it should help a lot with supply chain disruptions and stuff like that. If advanced predictive modeling is something where they advance and they use it much more often. Then upskilling for tomorrow. This is, I think, my last slide. So advanced statistics is again a core for learning anything with predictive modeling, be it data analytics, data science, or whatever. So those links for maths and statistics should get you started, but there's a lot of content available for free. There's some nice courses that people offer. So you can take advantage of those and understand how it's all used in the business. Um, and then machine learning is definitely my number two in terms of different outcomes that business is trying to achieve and automate a lot of things and algorithms and all the stuff. It's being used in every other platform at the moment at a smaller scale, but it will get to a larger scale. So machine learning, again, understanding that should let you to that second or higher stages where it's all automation. Then there is data visualization, which will still hold a space, which will be used to create impactful and informative visuals and get to the insight generation stage. And then cloud computing is the fourth one that I see again growing and improving much more in terms of managing data solutions in the cloud. And finally, I wanted to introduce or also talk about my other thing that I do in addition to my full-time job. So I started this company of mine about 5 to 7 months back. Um, it's based on training graduates um, and migrants basically coming to Australia at the moment to basically skill up and find jobs in Australia. So I have started off with data analytics because that's what I do, but I've been trying to get other courses like cybersecurity and even web development and other technologies that currently have a job market here in Australia, and trying to skill up and get even graduates to learn the industry skills and do hands-on practical projects and programs with us to get that local experience. We also offer internship in which you learn hands-on, real world industry problems is what you solve, and you learn what's in the industry. So you can visit the company page by scanning that URL over there, or you can go to the website here. That's the LinkedIn page for the company. That's the URL if you want to go to the website and check it out. Um, we are offering currently here in Australia, but I'm trying to expand it to other places. And we also offer additional services like migration, PT, IELTS exams and stuff that you need for your migration to Australia. If you have any questions, I'm happy to help you out with migration to Australia and show you just the pathways. I'm not doing that. I have partnered with a third party agent that can help you understand your migration path and stuff like that. Just wanted to make a one-stop platform for all students and, like I said, migrants to get their permanent residency, find out more ways to come to Australia, probably more countries later, I'm not sure, but trying to work on that just to help students and anyone just basically get the job support that they need, because I understand when they come to a new country, it's hard to crack those jobs in without knowing the market and without understanding what is needed. So just trying to play a part in skilling up community and trying to do my best on trying to get them jobs and a decent salary. That's it. That was my last slide. If there's any questions, you can, I think, put it in the chat, and I'll be happy to answer. I think there's already a few that I see. Um, there's a question. I'm not sure about the presentation. I'll check with Saif Ali so that he can send it over to yourself. I'm not sure. I think he should be sharing that. Uh,
No, I don't know anyone personally over here,
Manage and
so
give.
I cannot share anyone.
So this is
Whoever
this is
wants to
exactly
send
what I
it,
was talking
please
about,
I would
Ali,
be.
in terms of my company trying to do a more hands-on approach on different sort of projects. So I'm trying to get a few projects hands-on. It's even my company's data that I see very valuable. So I'm trying to make all hands-on projects so people get a real chance to learn how it's all done hands-on and different types of technologies that you can use in data and how you can, enable insights and stuff. That should basically give us more insights into more job opportunities basically for Australia. There's a lot of jobs in Australia. For some reason I wanted to even clear
चलन
this
तेरा
myth
यान करना है
that I've heard a lot of times
मैं
that there are
खबरा
not
रही
no jobs in
है
Australia. Australia is not advanced in
जब्बार
terms of tech,
नासिर
which is kind of true in a
जब्बार
way. There's
मैं
not many jobs when compared to US, but again, this is a smaller market, lesser number of people. So based on that, I think it's decent amount, and it has been increasing over a period of time. So I definitely see a lot of potential in getting more jobs. I think I see a lot of skill gap basically, which the companies expect but candidates don't have. Again, that is one more reason where companies are even trying to scale up, but they don't have the skill that is needed. There's some very good high-paying jobs, like I've also seen jobs like for 250K, 200K for a senior, AI ML engineer sort of thing. So there's a lot of skill up. Even for me, I've been in the industry for about 5 years. I've been in and around data analytics space. I've been slowly getting into data engineering, little more, into AI and stuff like that. But I'm way too unqualified for even just that senior ML or AI sort of space. So like there's always a lot of skill up that you have to do to get those jobs if you're targeting the high paid ones and the good ones. Um, how is the scope of data lakes with respect to chat GPT evolutions? Um, in terms of chat GPT evolution, I'm not sure exactly what the backend it uses. I know it has a lot of RAG and other components in and around it. So RAG um, is pretty, again, it's been a game changer, I think, in terms of uh, AI and all the frameworks in and around it. So it is the retrieval augmented generation thing. So it's like can see it's a part of the AI framework. It's a base of it. So this technology is basically, you know, being used in the lot of AI. So it is used in the chatbots, like you can see here. So it is definitely a part of Chat GPT, Delta lakes and stuff. So in terms of storing the data, again, real time streaming analytics and all that comes into the picture. So definitely, data lakes and all serve as a database storage side and optimization side of it. But RAG is basically what is the technology that's being used in all these chat bots and all the AI, like ChatGPT and things that we are seeing these days. Going back to the chat. Um, yeah, I'll see if I can get the link shared, Nadeem. Yeah, I think Saif has already put the recordings in. It will be there. About the presentation, you can just ask Saif, I guess.
Hello.
Um, Ahmed has asked a question on how is data analytics different from data science. So data science is more towards, again, predictive modeling, all the statistics and that stuff. Data analytics has a different space and has a different meaning in different spaces. If it's a small organization, if they're just starting on the data journey, if they're not that mature in terms of data space, it's more just reporting, just finding basic insights, basic charts. I still see a lot of companies just putting table, um, basically just putting, sorry, once again, just wanted to keep that. So just using tables basically in Tableau and stuff like that. So they're just dumping Excel data in BI tools and using that BI tool for analytics. So this it's again depends on different organizations and what maturity level they are on. But data analytics in general could be anything from just getting valuable insights out of data, and data visualization is a subset of data analytics. And predictive prescriptive analytics is all analytics that are trying to predict the future and understanding the reason and root cause behind it. Machine learning and deep learning and AI is also on the similar patterns. It's more automated in terms of predictive analytics is just predicting or just showing you what your future or future trends might look like, or just the forecast. But AI, deep learning, machine learning helps you understand the natural language, understand the root causes behind it, and also try to show you solutions and things like that. So it's more just advanced form of predictive analytics, I would say. Uh, as a fresher, I think data analytics is where you get in. So that's one of the reason why I just started the course with just analytics, and just using visualization, because it's easy to learn. It's There's not much coding involved. BI tools are very intuitive. Especially Tableau is something that I find very intuitive. Doesn't require you to learn a lot of coding and scripting. It can get very technical or deep, but still it's very easy to get in Murtaza. So if you're trying to get into data analytics, I'm not sure if it's back in India or wherever, but I think learning BI tools, understanding the core of analytics, and just getting certified in one of them is a good one to get started as a fresher. For a dashboard, does the data can be based on different from a standard analytics or BI intelligence report. So um, for a dashboard, yeah, it can definitely be on real-time data and non-real-time data. Non-real-time data is more towards your quarter-based analysis, how has been your company's performance over 10 years of time or whatnot. Um, to understand where your company is going and things like that. Uh, I think 80% of what work I do here in my consulting is more towards just, again, historical dashboards where we just show what insights they have had. Some of them use it for their weekly analysis and daily analysis as well. There's a few projects I've done on ETL pipelines and stuff. So the data engineering pipelines or just basic ETL pipelines, whatever that runs in the background, I've done things on that to see if the to see if the run has successfully completed or not. It gives me alerts on through a dashboard, basically, that these many alerts have come for a failed dashboard and things like that. So I do use it for both non-real time, real time data. Some of it is very like real-time streaming. Some of it is kind of streaming, but it is still batch because we kind of process it at a at a at a 1 hour or something. But there's real-time analytics, which we are talking about seconds, and literally real-time data as the user is working on a software, or they are using an app, and real time we are seeing the insights on a dashboard. Um,
Hello.
You can definitely connect to me over LinkedIn, or you can just send me a message on WhatsApp, Yusuf, for the migration. I'll see if I can connect you with my agent and see if we can have some sort of pathway for you. Sohail said he's from a non-IT background, does without academic data science degree get a job. Again, it really depends. Well, like I've had students who have done EC in my previous courses, and they are still trying to get a job. The market here is not was not really good for the last 3 4 months, and they basically just finished the course. But I'm hopeful they will find a job. So they don't have anything to do with masters in data science or anything. Um, so you can still get a job. Again, like I said, it really depends on the industry where you are and stuff like that. But you can get a very basic job like just reporting, like I was talking about. People just use BI tools, like I said, for just dumping the data from one place to a tool, and things like that. So you don't really need a lot of IT background or data science degree for that. So you could still definitely uh, get into a fresher job, and then it's up to you if you keep learning the skill set. I think it's a great world and great time that we live in. We have a lot of resources that you can check online and learn a lot. It's not difficult to learn something without even just getting into a formal degree. So I think that degree doesn't really matter that much. It does play a part for sure, because you learn basics and you kind of have like a something to show on the paper. But yeah, it really depends on where you want to take it. You can still achieve it without the degree. It's not impossible. uh okay, cool. And we need to create dashboard on daily basis. um It depends, Arif. Like my work has been mostly dashboarding, but I also do data engineering, like I said. So, um, yeah, you can. Yeah, that's what I basically do mostly all the time. But depends. Like most, like dashboard is just one thing. Like I said, data is in very unpure form. We are talking about data lakes, the lake house, and warehouses, but I still see even in warehouse a lot of unclean data that comes in. We have to start basically from cleaning, transformation, which takes a lot of time when compared to the dashboarding. So, so if that is also a part of data analyst, sometimes depends on how big of an organization you're working for. For cyber security, I'm not really sure, Mubashir. There's a lot of scope. Definitely here in Australia, it's been booming. Cyber security, a lot of jobs. If you have experience, crazy amount of jobs. But if you're trying to get started, I'm not really sure how it works. But I'm trying to also work with a few cybersecurity engineers and analysts here in Australia to see if I can get a course on my platform to be able to, help everyone out. So yeah, not much sure about that. Can you talk about a day? What framework I used? What is the process of project duration? I work for a small company, Asim, so it depends. Again, some projects are very small, some projects are big enough. So I've worked in 6 month long projects. One of it was a job search platform, and they had a lot of data and a lot of SQL, and they primarily use Tableau for all their analytics and visualizations. So there was a lot of work. It was a big team, and there's also very small projects that I've done for like 2 3 weeks. Just got a sales marketing dashboard in, just to help them with their invoices, financial analytics, and that's it. So it lasted for like 2 weeks. Mahsan asked, IT background with 20 years experience, do you recommend to get this path to migrate, considering if there is better opportunity? I'm assuming you're saying about the data analytics path, and I'm not sure what experience do you have? If you have anything close enough to data science or data analytics, if you want to migrate, I think there's definitely potential in it. Yeah, if it is data analytics, yeah, sure. So there's a lot of um, how should I put this? So basically, like if you have that much experience, you can definitely get some points in terms of PR and pathway. But there's a lot of other factors as well, like age and different other things that comes along with it. You have to clear a few exams and things like that. So again, if you have any question, you can reach out to me on WhatsApp. I'll again connect you with my agent and see if he can offer you some advice there. But yeah, there's definitely potential. I've had friends who migrated with 7, 10 years worth of experience, and they've got their PR and currently working here in Australia. I need to change my domain data analyst role. Uh, Actually, I'm working profile. I need to change my domain data to a data analyst role. Okay, what do I need to do? Please help out after you. Like I said, Jamal, I think um, it's important that you skill up. It's not that tough, to be honest. And if you're in IT already, if you have been doing anything in terms of IT with development or anything, um, then then basically um, you have to just skill up a little bit in and around the space. Like I said, some things are easy industries to get into, like like I keep telling Tableau and BI because I've seen myself. I didn't have any experience back in India. I did my masters and directly landed a job at Tableau. I was a little lucky, I would say, but still, I think I did a little learning. I did some skill up certifications before that, and that kind of helped me out. Um, so that's why I've created this program very focused on learning everything and also trying to get certified at the same time, so that and by learning industry projects and working on it and also getting that internship sort of experience kind of plays a big part, I think. So that should help you convert your current profile into a data analyst role. Jamal, if that answers your question. Um, yeah, cool. Murtaza, you can just send me a message. I'll get back to you sometime. I am uh, charging for the skill up programs, Abdul. So it's a self-paced course that I do usually because there were a lot of challenges with the timings and stuff. So I have made everything self-paced. You can basically just follow up, just follow the course content, do it at your own pace. Even the projects are all self-paced. Once you get to a stage where you're trying to start with the project, I basically stay in touch, and I was thinking of doing a few sessions just to answer questions for the crowd, see if they have any challenges or something that they don't understand, if they need help with. So that's how I was running my program. Initially started off as a live, but yeah, didn't really work out because also it's difficult to manage my job um, plus working for the business. So try to make it all self-paced, so it's all easy for everyone. Definitely, certifications helps you land a job because it adds a lot of value to your profile. So I would recommend if you're trying to get something into this space, I think you should do certifications and industry certifications like given by the tool itself. Like for example, you asked Tableau, definitely helps. So there's a certification called Tableau Specialist, which is very easy. So you just have to learn basics of Tableau and you should be able to clear that certification. So intermediate and basic is basically what you need for your Tableau certifications. Again, if you have any questions, you can send me a message. I also have one more guy I work with. So he creates all these mock-up exams for Tableau certifications, and they're very close to what comes in your actual exam. So it's a good platform to learn and get certified, I think. 100 USD is what the exam fee is for from Tableau to give you the certification. Um, the mock exams are pretty cheap. I think he's doing a very decent price for it. So get in touch if you want to know anything about that. Sohail, Akhib. Um, so yeah, I've done MBA in business analytics. Also did some business analysis course or data analyst course, and also done BA internship. My CV is not shortlisted. Um, Akhib, you can again try connecting to me. I'll see if I can help you in any way. As you can see on the slide, I also do job support like with resume, LinkedIn, and interview sort of thing. I'm not really sure if you're just a graduate into analytics. Um, like I said, do you need to have some sort of direct, um, you need to have some sort of like certifications and just some industry sort of knowledge. Just the courses are not really helping these days. That's why I've come up with this. So I didn't mention courses anywhere because uh, it's not just the course. You have to have it with some sort of industry experience, some project based learning, which is what I'm trying to do, which is called job ready program for me. The number is on the flyer as well, like on the current slide. So you can that has my WhatsApp number, so you can basically send in a message there. I'll be happy to help. Akhib, PR, can expect an invite. I'm not really sure on the PR, Yusuf. It's very in and out. Sometimes it all keeps changing based on government and stuff. So it really, I have no idea. Sometimes it takes 6 months, sometimes it takes 3 months, sometimes it takes 1 year. It's different for everyone. Um, Thanks, Montaza. I'll reply over to yourself. I think that's all the messages I had. Yeah, if you guys have anything else, you can always connect with me on LinkedIn. I've shared the profile. Uh, and also there is the company page or WhatsApp, wherever you want to reach out. I'm happy to help and have a chat.
Hi, Saud Khan. Can you hear me?
I think I'll stop it there.
Can you hear?
Saif,
You can hear me? Hello. I don't think you can hear me.
thanks for attending, guys. Oh, I can't hear anyone. Let me see if my speaker is working.
The speaker seems to be off. So
Can you try again?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay. There were so many voices I could hear during the call that they were attempting to communicate with you, but I think your speaker was off, and then
Yeah. So I'm
yeah.
sorry. Yeah, I
No, no,
couldn't
no
hear
worries,
anything.
no worries. I was the last one who was trying to attempt, and I was giving up, and then I think you tried something, and it's working now. My
Yeah.
question is about how is the market in Australia for the outsourcing jobs to India? Because India is also growing in its own way, leaps and bounds towards making AI as a you know one of
Yeah.
the potential area and field here, right? So,
Yeah.
um, and I'm pretty sure, but the the man hours, the cost of man hours will be lot cost effective than somebody you choose from Australia. So, do you
Yeah.
think any synergy on that?
No, definitely. I think there's a lot of outsourcing going on. A lot of big banks also do the outsourcing. In terms of AI, not sure, but basic development, definitely it's all outsourced. Most of the jobs are back in India. They have big, corporate offices in Bangalore, Delhi, Hyderabad,
हाँ
this
तो मुझे वो
different
पूछा
areas.
ना अब भूख लग रही है
So yeah, definitely there, and it is growing as well. Like you said, cost of hiring someone here in Australia is much more higher. But in terms of AI and data science and these kind of things, the only tricky thing is most of the organizations have some sort of, privacy and all these governance issues that doesn't let them take the data outside of the country, and they have strict practices in place to employ people onshore than outsourcing the work. So yeah, that can be a little challenge. That's why I said most of the development is definitely there. In terms of data, I think if it's a small organization, they don't have much governance issues and practices, it's all right. But yeah, in terms of large scale, I don't know. Most of the data teams are here, so that's why I prefer to be in the data space, because I know most of it couldn't be, so that gives us the best chance of staying in the market. Otherwise, everything else can be easily outsourced.
Yeah, so okay, so just to give you analogy of why I was coming here, I got a project from I have a small company which intakes interns, train them, and then put it on their real projects.
Okay.
In New Zealand, we got a very small project for data analytics part for a very small scale industry, kind of a
Oh,
manufacturing industry, where
yeah.
they had last 4 or 5 years of data, and they wanted us to churn it and get some insight, and then they want to continue with us if we do a good job. So I was just thinking, if New Zealand, why not Australia? So I don't have any connection. If you think that you can, you have somebody, and we can make a channel wherein we can support that part of, and I totally understand about the data privacy, but we are not going with to that scale of industries where the
Yeah.
data security is the primary you know
Yeah. Yeah.
criteria
Yeah.
of, yeah, correct, yeah.
Correct. Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. There's a lot of unsensitive data which really doesn't matter if it goes outside.
That,
And I
yeah.
think those kind of industries is what kind of outsources. And like basically the problem is most of the organizations here do not understand the value of data still. I've worked on a million projects where million is just an exaggeration, but so many projects but basically they don't care about data. They didn't know a lot of value that it gets
Yep.
across on the board. So that's the main challenge, I think. First, they don't recognize. When they do recognize, they'll start very slow here, and when they might get to a bigger scale where they need 2 or 3 people or something, or more than that in a single team or something, that's where they might come to that approach of taking it overseas. But yeah, the potential is there. The scale is not yet, I think, fully achieved. Small organizations, roughly small businesses, yeah, they are yet to adapt to the data side. So, but yeah, definitely
Anyways,
potential is there.
Saud Khan, it was very nice presented session. I congratulate you on that, and I have sent you a connect request. Maybe we will connect.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks. We can chat offline. Yeah,
Thank you very
awesome.
much.
Thank you.
Hey, Saud, this is Sharif here. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for this session. I
Hi,
just had
Sam.
one question, Saud.
Yeah, yeah,
I have recently completed my data science, and then I also have learned the recent LangChain RAG framework and all. So
yeah,
now I explored many ways where I can find jobs, but I'm already working in a US based company. So I thought it's better to, approach these people if I can just bring some insights and get some valuable insights for these
yeah,
organizations. So what my CEO said is to come up with a proof of concept where you can help our organization. So I thought to come up with some sentiment analysis, summarization, and then finally using RAG framework if I can develop any chatbot for their customer service.
yeah.
So I'm good with all these things, but I have never deployed these things. So I just wanted to check with you what's a good platform where I can deploy because I have never done this before.
Okay. No, that sounds pretty cool. I would like to know more, I think, about it, and we can probably talk about it offline, I guess, about deployment. Yeah, I just want to know more a little bit before I say anything. So yeah,
Uh,
you
uh,
can just send me a LinkedIn request or WhatsApp, whatever. We can connect offline.
Yeah, sure, sir. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks. Ahmed, I think you have your hand raised. Was that a question? Oh,
Ji, actually, I want to talk with Mir Ahmed, sir.
I think he's gone. I don't know.
Yes, sorry.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm here. Who is this?
yeah, I'm Mohammad Akif, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Actually, I've done MBA in Business Analytics, and also I'm currently working as a BA at NAS Technology, where my role is gathering a requirement, stakeholder communications, user stories writing, BRD, FRD.
Mhm.
So, can you give me a internship opportunity also in
Oh,
at
no, no.
your
I
organization?
don't want to hijack this session. This is totally South Khan. But you know
Yes.
what? You can connect me
Just share
on
your
the
mobile
WhatsApp.
number, then we'll connect on WhatsApp.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My mobile number is 9900058138.
एक मिनट एक मिनट मोबाइल नंबर
Sorry about that,
double
guys. This is not
sorry
meant
sorry
for this. Yeah,
okay
but yeah,
double nine 000
9900058138.
58138
Yeah.
9930581138
No, no, no.
right
59990000058138.
जी
58138.
581 okay
Okay.
58138
Thank you and sorry about this. Thank you.
All good. Yeah, I think
581
I've got all my messages covered. If anyone has anything to ask, yeah, you can unmute for that. Otherwise, I think we are good.
Hello, hello, I'm audible.
Yep.
Hello, so Assalamu alaikum. Actually, I've been working from 2020 as an analyst uh, in a multinational company here. But I want to switch into a data science stream, and I have a much knowledge in concept of Python and machine learning algorithms. Also, uh, but what I am facing the issue is to reaching out the openings which are uh, uh, which can pay you the uh, pay you regarding the what is the price in market, about if we talk about in India, so the payout is very less with respect to the market. So I am I can I can also I can also travel out of the country. Like I've searched many jobs in Gulf, but I'm not able to find the clue. How can I how can I how can I reach and how can I get a good offer from that? So
Yeah,
can
I think it's all about starting somewhere in a potential domain and some organization where you see some sort of scope for your improvement and then from there, just learning, scaling up, you get some connections and stuff. I think that's how you go up the ladder and get a higher paying, better job.
okay. So can you please give me some actionable process so I can apply and ch- check if I am getting a much better option with
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
Yeah, again, yeah, let's connect offline and you can just send me a message. I'm happy to chat.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, cool. Awesome.
Okay, Saud bhai, Jazakallah
Bye.
khair. A very knowledgeable session. I think
Jazakallah.
all of us something new and very useful for us, and it will definitely help us in future also.
Sure.
So thanks
Thank you.
everyone for joining. Inshallah, we'll keep on having sessions on the weekends. Okay, with this we close the session. Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, South by please
Hello,
accept
sir.
a invitation, LinkedIn invitation if you someone say.